Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Conversations with Luciana, the house that Luciana has built, where everyone has a place at the table. If you're a new listener, I bring you greetings and salutations. If you are a returning listener, welcome back, family. Real talk on real issues, real life situations. Keep in mind, advice is never given, but opinions and a new perspective is always welcome. You can find me on most podcast streaming services as well as YouTube under Conversations with Luciana. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure to turn on your notifications to know when the next Conversation with Luciana are posted. My posting schedule is as follows: Motivational Monday, Inspirational Empowerment Tuesday, Open Forum Thursday, Coffee and Tea with Luciana on Sundays. YouTube exclusives are on Mondays and Saturdays. If you would like to submit a topic of conversation or be a guest on a podcast episode of Conversations with Luciana, email me at conversationswithluciana@gmail.com. Look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a good one. Let's go. It's story time. Gather around, ladies and gentlemen, to the campfire. So today was the day I got my booster. It wasn't on my radar, but since I was there, I got the booster shot. Now I know there are people out there that don't believe in none of that. That is your God-given right. Just as if me getting the booster shot is my God-given right. Don't care if you agree with it. I did what's best for me in the best interest of me, not you. See, my problem is that people have put themselves in every conversation and they want to interject and tell you what you need to do or what they're not going to do. We all have to live with the choices that we made. I decided to get it because number one reason, I did not want to get tested every week for COVID. Not going to go do it. Not wanting to do it. Do I believe 100% in all the vaccinations? Nah, I don't. But you know what? If it's a layer of protection, I'm going to do it. Now, I might have to agree with the non-vaccine people that people are still getting it and still spreading it. They're just not getting as sick from it. So what's the point of doing it? The point is I'm doing my part because I don't want you to come knock on my door and put blame on me. That's what we have to look at, people. Let's take a moment and really think about it. You may not agree with it. You may disagree 100% about it. But you can't blame people for doing what's in the best interest of them. You live with the choices that you make, right? So you don't get vaccinated. All of a sudden you do get sick. You get very, very sick. God forbid you get very, very sick, right? You're going to blame who for it? You can't blame anybody because that was your choice, right? Now, I don't walk around with a crown on my head and call the queen of vaccination because I decided to get the vaccine and the booster. I made my decision, and at first, like I stated before, I was not going to get it. I was not going to get any of it because I had COVID. I did not like COVID. COVID, you guys are going to hear about me now until I take my last breath. COVID was no joke. I felt worse. I'd rather go through hellish labor than to go through COVID because you never know. You never know. And I do agree panic set in, with the breathing, panic set in. And I was very apologetic when I got COVID. I had to go to the hospital because I was having breathing issues, right? And they were very nice. Swabbed me, told me what I need to do, gave me one of those breathing machines that you can breathe into, put air in your lungs, and I was on my way. I still went home and I just laid in a bed. You guys know the story, right? Now, that being said, I said, if I'm eligible to get it, let me get the shot. I got it, didn't agree with it, but I got it. Why, if you didn't agree with? Because I recently lost a friend to COVID. And number two, I don't ever want to feel that way again. I mean, I'm telling you, it was bad. I felt bad. Everything hurt. And there is a thing called long COVID. Trust me, people who have had it, a bad case of it, you have ongoing problems. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm saying you do what's in the best interest to you. When we sit around the campfire and we all telling our stories, you can't make someone believe in something that you believe in without giving them the information, right? Correct information. If you don't want to get, a lot of the arguments could be shut down. If people would say this, you do what's in the best interest of you. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. You do what's in the best interest of you. I chose me. Okay, that's what I did. It's my right, my choice. Oh, it's against your constitutional right. Well, you know what? A lot of things I feel very strongly about, but you know what? I am not going to hear you make an argument for a personal choice, just like a woman's right to choose what she, in her mind, is the best interest moving forward for her family and her body. You don't have the right to make that decision for someone else if it doesn't directly affect you, right? So you have both arguments, pro and cons. Now you have people wanting to sue people for a decision or choice that person made to do what they felt was in the best interest for them. Do you call it self-serving or self-deserving? It's their choice. But we overstep our bounds when we try to tell people and we make the decision for them. Do not know the scars that are left for a person. There are a lot of women out there hurting right now. They're hurting, okay? But we take the human side out of it and we just talk about what we feel is in the best interest for you. You're not, as an adult, you're no one's child. Okay, your parents, right, you are their child, but you're an adult. Someone else doesn't have the right to come into your house and tell you how to raise your children. Now, on the other hand, you got people who are not raising their children, who's letting social media, the streets, TV, whatever, music raise their children, right? So, you know what? I think if we have a talk or a conversation, which talk and conversation, talk radio, conversation, television, that you sit around and it's like, it's not about, my personal feeling. I could take my personal feelings out of it. Now, what happens is people make it personal and they want to attack you. You can't really do that. Interesting fact. I'm going to tell you. Come on, campfire. Get the sticks ready for the marshmallows, right? I saw at the place where I was getting my booster, all different walks of life. There weren't people angry. It wasn't no order at first. I don't know. It wasn't no order. You didn't know where you were going, but you navigated your way through. I never forget that when I was getting my registering, I didn't have an appointment, but I figured like, hey, the line is short. Let me just try it, right? It's convenience, not necessity. I went to get the booster shot because it was convenient for me. No lines. So the girl that was taking my information, she took a long time because she was trying to go with her friend and order lunch. I'm telling you, sisters, y'all here to do a job. I know it may be a temp job. You don't care, but act like you give a damn. You are a professional, supposedly. Register me, give me my information. You going to go eat at Burger King, Chick-fil-A, wherever you're going to go eat later. That has nothing to do with the job at hand. But there was no supervisor around. So, again, they were doing what they were doing. And me, being me, outspoken me, as, can I get my stuff so I can move on? Okay. Come on, baby girl, pay attention. So I went through the line. There was a young woman there, a young sister with her baby. I don't understand this weather. But they had just a blanket over the baby. Okay. She was standing in line. I went next. I really didn't care. I stand in line. They said, I'm here to get a booster. What arm? They said, suggestion, you get in your non-dominant arm. So if you're right-handed, you get in your left. And if you're left-handed, you get in the right. Because you might have some soreness, some stiffness. Okay. So they were like, okay, we're gonna shoot you up. And that's what they did. They shot me up with the I took it like a champion. And they said, you got to wait 15 minutes so you don't want to have no reaction. I'm like, okay, if I do have a reaction, there's no beds, there's no nurse, there's no nothing. What? They had snacks. Now, the point where I brought this story up was because I believe they were, I'm just going to assume, and you know what happens when you assume. You had people of Arabic descent, they are getting it. I want to say they're Muslim. I don't know what their religion were, but they had the whole turban on. Their children, they were getting the shot, They felt like they need to. I didn't question them. But, they don't believe in putting stuff in their body. Well, they were there getting it. So I don't know what that is. It's a personal choice. You know what? It's just like, I'm going to support my plus sisters. I'm going to support y'all. My brothers, too. I'm going to support y'all 100, right? You tell a person, a big person, fat person, whatever you want to call it, plus size, more fluff, whatever. Oh, you shouldn't be eating that. You shouldn't do that. That's why. Why are you saying that? Because they big? So they can't have cinnamon rolls? I love cinnamon rolls. My fat ass will eat a cinnamon roll every morning if I could, but they got to be fresh and they got to be real cream cheese on top of it, right? Why are you going to sit there and tell me that I can't have that? Because I'm big? That's stupid. Well, you know what? You may need this whole freaking meal so you can put some meat on your goddamn bones. You know what? You shouldn't blend in with the pole. When I see the pole, I should see arms, legs. I can't tell the difference. But I can't stand that. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Plus size people shouldn't run. Plus size people shouldn't wear that. Certain things you should not wear. I mean, you should not wear. It doesn't create a good look for you, right? But, it goes back to people personal choice, right? They want to criticize. Now people don't want to wear the mask and they want to argue you down. I don't have freaking time to argue with people over a mask mandate. I don't. Employers are getting too strict with, I'm going to write you up if you don't wear your mask. Although you have 2 vaccinations and the booster, and there's nobody in the office with you, you still get mad and want to write people up for not wearing their mask properly. Get the fuck out of here. Stop doing all stuff like that. But anywho, meanwhile, back at the dairy farm, the Campfire, it's time for me to switch to another topic. But you know what? If what you feel, okay? I got the flu shot too. And some people swear up and down they will never get the flu shot. Okay. But you will sleep with a man with no condom that you just met. But you're adamant about not getting the flu shot. It's like ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. You'll swap spit with somebody you just met, but you won't get the flu shot. That doesn't make any sense, but that's your reality, and you're going to walk in it and live in it. Real way off topic, I wanted to talk about these dating coaches, or I don't know what they're called. They're all on, what is it called? Instagram or Facebook, or I don't know what they are. I don't know what they're doing, but I see some of them on there, and I just really stop by for research purposes. Do I entertain them? No, not really, because it's funny to me. It's hilarious. But that's the new wave. That's the new wave of thinking. Everybody wants a successful relationship, but they don't want to do the work. They want to listen to what someone else says and then they go back and try it. You know what? I just don't get it. I think it's hilarious to me. I have standards, right? I have standards. And I have stated what I will and will not do. This is for myself. It starts with me. And then whatever happens after that happens. But I have a standard, right, that I hold myself to. So all this, he's doing this, she's doing that. I don't date women. Not necessarily saying that something is wrong with that. It's your choice. But I'm not going to get up into no drama. Once I decided that I am not rocking with you on no level, we're done. Move on. I don't care. I don't care what's going on with your life, you know. But these single dating coaches, they want to convince you that your the words that you speak will change somebody's mind, or this is what you need to do. No, that's not necessarily true. You know, you hear the young ones, and I say young ones if they're like 25 to 35. They up there talking. You ain't lived long enough. You might have some experience, but you haven't lived long enough, you know, to me, because relationship is not always based on sex, although people base relationship on sex and money, right? I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, things that make me happy, that I look for, you know, it's not being, I don't see it out there. So I'm not going to put myself out there for something that I know. How would you know unless you put yourself out there? But, you know, I'm working on me because I know my attitude is bad. Now, I said this, and this is true. You guys are going to laugh. You with me? You with me? Listen, I cannot tell you how to stay in a long-lasting, loving relationship. I can, however, tell you and show you how to fuck it up and blow it up and lose it within 3 days. I can. I can definitely tell you. I can't tell you how to keep a man, but I can tell you how to lose a man. And I'm going to tell you how you lose a man. When you are self-sufficient, you are secure, you're not with the foolery and the nonsense, you good, you're not missing nothing, not looking for nothing. You have arrived and you are going to stay there. When you come into my house, you wipe your feet. You do not have to take your shoes off. But you got to be respectful and mindful. You want to play games? I don't play games. Games are for children. You play them with them. We're playing adult life. And my life says that this is how you behave if you want to be in my circle. If you don't behave appropriately, you are out the circle. Game over for you. Jumanji, people. But that's me. I have not been in a successful relationship in 26 years. I know that. My cousin, I love him. He always tell me, you know, you just different. I'm with you for a minute. But then, you know what? If there's no lights on the Christmas tree, if there's no presents under the Christmas tree, you know, mean I have to put more work in than necessary, I'm out. I'm not doing this. See you. It's been real. Goodbye. I'm done. And I don't miss you. And people were like, oh, you see, I don't give a damn. That ain't my problem. I'm doing me. And I'm enjoying me. I understand that. I may have messed up. But, you know, back to the streets you go. Back to the streets where you go. I'm not tripping off of none of that because I'm moving forward. I am not going to be. You ever notice that your ex sometimes is in the place where you left them? You know, if you're messing with somebody, and I say messing around, you know, just dealing with them, and then all of a sudden y'all just stop talking for whatever reason, and you might run into them a year later, and they still doing the same stuff they were doing when you met one, and you not, that's progress on you. Aren't you glad you're not there? So these dating coaches, you know what? I need to see progress. I need you to say something else. You know, if you are dating someone, then you're in a secure relationship. That's good. I don't need you to tell single people how to be single. Single people need to enjoy what they have now. Because when you're coupled up, you can't have that. You selfish. You're damn right I'm selfish. I can go out and drop those $200 on those tennis shoes. I sure can. And don't have to worry about food in the refrigerator or what you're going to eat. I can go on that dream vacation and stay in the ritziest hotel. I don't have to sit there and say, oh, we're going to stay over here at a bed. No, we don't. I'm not doing that. I don't have to. You know, there's certain responsibilities comes with in a relationship, just like there's certain responsibilities when you're a parent. You know, your children, making sure their needs are met come first. I don't know where these parents are where they think that, they buy them something or Christmas or their birthday or whatever, you got to go all out. You got to be a parent. You got to be present. In any relationship, you got to be present. You got to nurture that thing. When you have kids, it's important that you be there for your children. I don't care how tired you go. The clubs can wait. Johnny needs to know how to read and comprehend. They do. You know what? We raising a bunch of dummies. We're raising a bunch of dummies, or we're letting social media raise our children. And it's just like, oh, who is that? Oh, look at that child on social media. They doing too much. I wish my could. Oh, wow. That is my kid. Come on now. I was not my children's best friend growing up. I was their mother. My job was to raise them accordingly, right? Now, they're older now, and now we have a different type of relationship. But when I need to be mama, I am mama. Because I was mama back then. I wasn't their friend. I wasn't trying to do all the stuff they were doing. I wasn't trying to do me while raising children. I'm not. But I'm just saying, relationships are work. I'm not willing to invest anything into anyone that they are willing not to invest in me or themselves. If you still doing what the foolery, hitting corners, running here, always hanging out, always doing that, got to be the life of the party, you're not for me, son. You're not for me. I don't want to deal with that. You know what? Because you out there living your best single life, but you a couple. Well, I think you need to be back to the streets you go. So I'm going to do me, you do you, and we're going to be fine, right? That song, I like that song. I like that song. I don't know if it's on the TikTok. I guess it's telling people, I'm gonna do me, you do you, something, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. But the point, I like that song. But the young people put it in the to me in the wrong context. You can't have that type of attitude if you the one that screwed up. You know what? I don't need you to. You do you. I'm gonna do me. I'm always gonna do me. I'm always gonna look out for me. Now there was a us, but there always is a me in there. You know what? People say, you know what? I may give you 100, but I got 200 in the pocket. You know what? Come on, I'm never gonna go without. I'm not gonna sacrifice everything that I work for you to come in and destroy it. No. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm good. So I do like that song, but that should be a woman or a man theme off the gate. You know what? I don't need a wedding. I don't need a wedding. I need a marriage. That's what I need. I don't need a wedding. Weddings are for show. I need a marriage. I need somebody that's going to be commitment. And I'm asking myself the question, am I committed? Because like I tell you, I can show you and tell you how to fuck up a relationship. I can tell you that. There are many people that will tell you, she a trip. And I am. I'm not violent. I'm not verbally or physically abusive. I just don't care. I do not care. You do whatever you need to do. You're not going to hurt me. You're not going to break me. You're not going to leave me stuck. I'm not going to be on one of these shows where somebody got candles in a TV tray telling me what I don't deserve. And you're not even invited to the Millionaires Club. They don't even have you on the guest list. But you trying to tell me what I don't deserve. I know one thing. People are attracted to positive energy, and I love to attract that energy around me. I don't necessarily need it 24 hours a day in my house because I know people change just like the seasons. Everybody's not going to remain the same, including my moody ass. So, therefore, I have to take a lesson learned and know how to deal with me and the temper and all the bullshit that comes with being in a relationship. Every day it's not going to be Christmas. You know what? We're going to have days when I'm like, what you calling me for? I just talked to you at 3 o'clock in the morning. We discussed this. We're going to do this, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, you calling me 45 minutes later to ask me the same question you asked me at 3 o'clock in the morning. We have a problem, Houston. We have a problem. Your problem is not my problem. I need you to comprehend what I'm saying. I'm not that shallow that I need to talk to you every single day. Well, I can't go 3 or 4 days without talking to somebody. Well, that's you, honey. I don't want to talk to somebody every minute, every day because we're not talking about nothing. And your conversation is always related to the streets and hanging out. I can't deal with you. I need a history lesson. I need somebody that's going to dig into religion, politics. I don't talk about those things. That's the way to end a relationship. Well, you know what? Our conversation is limited, and I'm limitless. So back to the streets you go. Go to the common folks who you deal with. I don't deal with all that. My thing is not going out to a club, getting high every day, and doing the same shit I did last weekend without no progress. I'm not doing that. I'm not delaying my life and stopping my life because I want to hang with you that's not doing nothing with their life. That ain't me. So there you go. Back to the street you go. I'm going to move on. I'm not better. I'm doing better than you. That's a difference. But anyway, thank you. I'm running out of time. But I appreciate you guys listening. So gather around the campfire. I'm going to have more stories for you, okay? That's my new segment, Campfire. Let's have a campfire. You know, people call it short stories. I call them campfires. Let's have one. Gather around, boys and girls, and enjoy the conversation. Peace. I'm out. Thank you for listening to another podcast episode of Conversations with a Luciana. I look forward to speaking with you again. Until then, be kind to yourself and others. Make every day your best day. Stay encouraged and press forward, for the best is yet to come. Peace, and I'm out. Let's go.